who's really to blame for this particular situation with Charlie Kirk, and who's to blame, and what's the move going forward from here on out, guys? I mean, this is a question that's kind of been debated time and time again here online for the past since it happened. So I want to kind of get everybody's opinion, everybody's stats on this. We'll start with TheIndianJesus. We'll go from left to right, and then we can open it up.
Yes, I mean, I don't necessarily think that blame is the best way to be framing all of this, but it's very clearly an underground memes over politics culture that created this opportunity for somebody to get the ultimate troll. If we are putting it in a left-right paradigm, there's no question that the left has been significantly more violent and more cheering on violence and just vitriol in general, especially in the way that they speak about anybody. And it's not just the voters, and it's not just the people at the top. It seems to go all the way through. And I definitely think that we all could, as they're saying, turn down the temperature. I think we could all do that, but I don't think it's the place of the left, who has been throwing all this vitriol and really kicked it up. They're not really in the position to be saying, you guys should turn down the temperature. I, as somebody who has, gotten a lot of that, especially during the Rona days and the jab and all of that, I got plenty of that. And so I'm in the position to be like, okay, I agree with you that we shouldn't ratchet this up, but you guys need to recognize where this all started and what is the ideology behind this.
Gotcha. All right. Tyler, you're up.
Average Debate Enjoyer recently moved over to YouTube. I have more subs on YouTube in less than a month than I had on like 4 months of Twitch. So hit me up here now. That being said, the person at fault is the person that pulled the trigger at the end of the day. Inflamed rhetoric is all over the place in politics on both sides, and most of it, 99.9% of people don't see as a green light to go kill people. Absolutely. TheIndianJesus has a lot of good points from my right-wing version of this argument. Absolutely. That we saw Stop Asian Hate. That was a thing for about 9 months where they were blaming MAGA for attacking hate crimes against X people based on some stupid study with terrible methodology. And then the crime statistics came out and that completely vanished. No one saw it again. We saw the shooter that used a manifesto that had great replacement theory in it. And we got 6 months of Tucker Carlson and Donald Trump are trying to get people killed and blah, blah, blah. And then when it's on the other side, it's, we just all need to move past it. Their ideology doesn't matter. It's just like, just all move past it. This is bad. That being said, I also agree that we should kind of move past it. I just kind of see that the right does have a leg to stand on with that argument. And it goes all the way back to Obama with not even being able to say radical Islamic terror because the evil, bigoted U.S. will come down on innocent Muslims here. We just can't trust them. So I have a long list of things from that. On the other side, my left-wing points, I don't need any documents for because those come from my head because I am technically left to center. You wouldn't see me online, though, because most of the left online is crazy. So we're going to have fun.
All right. Fair enough. All right. Mel.
So I do have a bit of an opening. It's more of a meme, but and I also have the follow-up. So I hope you're okay with me maybe taking twice as long and doing twice as much. Oh, God, you all froze.
You got the mic.
Oh, okay. No, I froze. Okay, cool. Goddamn internet. But yeah, so hello, and actually my slideshows, I don't have a slideshow you need to see, it's for me. Hello, so Jake invited me here very graciously after I missed the last opportunity, but he gave me a very vacuous prompt about Charlie Kirk. So first I want to point out with things like this, we're going to probably have to pinpoint where the goalpost is, okay? And so my intro is as general as possible. It's what is the purpose of debate? Joseph Joubert says the aim of argument or of discussion should be victory, but should not be victory, but progress. Some people might think of it as Plato and Socrates or Glaucon arguing, or debate club, two sides of the debate, hash it out, or maybe a third conclusion is reached, but I've really only seen that in debate clubs. But that's not what debate means for my opponent. I think that it means that they're going to have performative strength, performative integrity, and performative certainty. And I feel, and I'm going to try to demonstrate that today, not just by pointing it out, but by showing you what that actually means. Now, let's start with Indian Jesus, what you said. The left is more violent.
Yep.
And that is not borne out by any research done on that subject, especially if you look at literature reviews or just general reporting on the subject, the whole range of sources that you could look at that would be credible, at least.
Could that be because they didn't include things like any of the summer?
Okay, we'll get into that. Jesus, put a note on that. Put a tab on that.
I still have to wrap it up with like who's to blame, and I'm doing double duty. So
yeah,
I'm just going to say very quickly, it's the right that needs to turn out the temp, but we can debate that more. And for who's to blame, well, I think gun culture, for one thing. If this person had a knife, it might have been a lot harder to do what they wanted to do. But more importantly, it's political extremism. When people like Charlie Kirk radicalize people into political extremism, that basically causes extremism from the other side, because that is the nature of political extremism. They escalate each other from on either side. So if you can't see that, I can demonstrate that Charlie did it with his own words. But I feel like, without a specific topic, there is a bit of a prompt, I guess, but I can't answer anything too directly yet.